Alright, man, it looks like it's going to be another B-split push coming up here, standard as could be for the T side.
Yeah, they are getting ready for it right now. They've got two people coming out through the middle, 3 people grew up a dark at the moment. There's counter-terrorist holding one guy inside the B-bomb site, one guy down towards the middle of the map.
Yeah, that B-slope man on CT side is going to be the linchpin here. T side, they've managed to put the CT smoke down. No support coming in from the A site here for the defense. It's all going to come down to the entry shots here, the man making the plan.
It's getting kind of cold in here.
Hey man, did you leave the window open?
I don't think so. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth. You can take the blue, or the red pill, or the green one.
What? There's a green one? Sweet.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Caseking of the Hill, cooled by Alpenföhn. You're at Room on Fire.
Not too shabby, man. Glad that we've got some top-tier teams to watch tonight. 2 best of 3s. What's up?
I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Kind of negates the fact that Hellraisers always have the disadvantage of having a Dren with 120 ping on their team. And obviously, if you allow a player like him to have normal ping and a good computer, then that does a lot for you.
It does do a lot. And then my microphone's unmuted. Somehow XSplit managed to mute itself back again. I'm sorry about that, guys. It's sorted out now. So you could hear someone, you can hear Vendetta, but not me. But now it's all right. Now, before we get into everything, we have a whole ton of stuff for you guys this evening. That's really cool. First and foremost, we have our weekly giveaway, which we've been doing every single week since we started, which is the one CPU cooler from the Alpenföhn company. Brock and Eco is what it's called. It's a really nice CPU cooler, and you guys should definitely stick around, and you can win it in the chat if you're a European viewer we'll do a raffle later on to remind you guys of it as well. And one of these headsets that I'm wearing from Beat Phoenix, which is really cool, the Flow one. It comes in 4 different colors, so you can choose yourself if you win. And we've already given away 5 of these bundles, and we're going to be giving away a 6th one this weekend, because the 6th time we're doing it. And we're going to keep going all 14 weeks we're going to be doing this, so it's really great fun. And there's also a really cool giveaway this week, Semler, for on Facebook. So if you click the link at the bottom, and Semler, you can actually win a chair this time, can't you?
Oh yes, you can win one of. I think it's the chair that you have going right now, Anders. That people should be able to see on your stream. But
actually,
it's
they can't just yet, but yeah, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice.
It's the AK racing chair, and it's pretty damn snaz. So
yeah.
that's really cool that they're giving that chair away, guys. So it's all worth it. You just put a click on there on the Facebook, and you get a chance to walk away with one of the cooler chairs that you can get right now.
Definitely.
Am I the only one who's disappointed that you weren't giving away the throne type of thing you've got going on there on the background picture? That was what I was expecting.
All right, let's see.
With the crown included and all that good jazz.
That could be a thing. That could definitely be a thing. We should think about that. That's not a bad idea at all. Maybe at the end of the tournament, we'll ask Caseking for it. They actually built that chair for this. It's really great. I love it. Maybe we'll do that. We'll try and ask around. So yeah, that if you like the Facebook page, guys, it's at the bottom of the stream, so all you have to do is click the picture down there, you can go to it. That like is going to count for the next 9 weeks as well, so you're going to be good to go, 8 weeks actually is what we're at now. You can just click once and you'll be good to go, and obviously it helps us out and helps our sponsors, and we can keep bringing you guys more Counter-Strike content. That's what we want to do basically. But for our subscribers this time, we also have some pretty cool giveaways. So I'm going to show you guys what it is, as we are actually almost getting ready to get into the game anyway, so I might as well just switch it on over. And we can try and take a look at everything here. So, the giveaway. Let's just see. Oh, wait a minute. Did I screw this up? I think I did. I'm so sorry.
What happened?
Never mind. I just had
What'd you do?
I just still had the text running from last time. It's been a bit of a crazy day. We do have one of these Asimovs for a lucky subscriber winner. We also have one of these AK Fire Serpent, and then thanks to CS:GO Lounge, they wanted to give us some StatTrak AKs to give away. So we have 2 of these StatTrak case hardened AKs, which are actually very cool. So we'll remind you guys later. We'll do it in the chat, and that's for the subscriber team. So thanks a lot, everyone, for subscribing. It really does help us out a lot. But it's not the main reason why we're here, guys. The main reason is this best of 3 that's coming up between Virtus.Pro and Hellraisers. And honestly, the map pool here, Semler, what do you think?
I'm here to watch Taz troll Nip in the chat right now. In the player chat, he's convinced exists that HR didn't show up. So now it's just like, wait, really? Are HR here or not? Like, what's going on? Taz is just got him going so hard. I love Taz. Taz is he's like a bucket of monkeys, endless entertainment.
He really is, and as extra entertainment, they actually picked this map, right? Virtus.Pro is the one that picked Overpass. Am I mistaken?
Yeah. You're correct in saying that.
So, I mean, my last memory of Virtus.Pro playing on Overpass was at ESL 1 in Cologne, where they, for basically 15 straight rounds, except the 4 that they won, basically, they went for the A bomb site and never made it work. And then sometimes they decided to go to B and that worked, and then they were like, no, we're going to go back to A, in what was pretty one of the most painful halves I've seen for a very long time. So, if they do this again, guys, this is the thing. If they do it again, I don't know what I'll do. I think I'll put my fingers in my mouth and then I'll put them in Taz's ears next time we're at a LAN, just as punishment for that. I mean, what do you think, Vendetta? Are they going to be ready? Do you think Virtus.Pro's changed it up since last time?
Yeah, I definitely think they've come up with new stuff. Just the 1 week from Gamescom, which we are now, I guess a tad bit more than a week, but just that little time. Apart from Gamescom, has probably given teams a lot more time to actually refine their game. They've been able to watch the games that were played at Gamescom, look at what went wrong, what went right, and they'll be able to work from there and not from scratch anymore, and that's always a good sign.
Yeah, it was actually something that was mentioned on Thorin's talk show, Logo Counterpoints, right? He just released it a couple nights ago. It was pretty fun because nothing brought that up. He was one of the guests on the show. The fact that it really seemed like teams were learning the maps as they went throughout the tournament, and we definitely saw that on where, at the very beginning of the tournament, calls played a certain way, and then you just watched it evolve as the tournament went on, how teams just completely changed up how they were playing the maps. So hopefully VP have found out where the B bomb site is, and we'll see if they're able to make that change here today. But they let it go through the pick ban phase. You know, that's the thing. They let it go through the pick ban, so I'm assuming they've got something for us.
And they even picked it. I mean, that's the thing. If it was Hellraisers bringing this up, I would be like, all right, you know, maybe Hellraisers put in the work, but because of Virtus.Pro's history with this map, which is admittedly pretty short, so it's not like we can really just judge them on that one game. And I think you're right as well. The teams probably did go through Gamescom slowly learning the maps, and it's going to be a long time, I think, before they actually learn them. Vendetta, you're our expert on this kind of thing. What do you feel like? I mean, how long does it take you bring in a brand new map? No one's played it before. How long before the competitive teams actually start to figure it out? Are we talking weeks or months or years?
Months.
How
Obviously,
many months?
there's going to be innovation on a map over several years, which is why you saw new stuff happen in 1.6 on Disc 2 and Inferno and so on, years into the map's existence. But before we will see teams play this map like they do on, for example, Inferno, that's going to take several months.
Yeah. So that's something to look forward to, as well as something to be really scared of. If you were brave enough to bet your skins on this match, then you know, you could be a little bit scared right now, because I think the results are going to be somewhat unpredictable on this particular map. But I mean, on the rest, I guess we don't know yet. Cobblestone was banned out.
I think what's kind of cool with having these two teams playing Overpass is the fact that, well, I think it was iBuyPower, I think it was Dazed actually, who during Gamescom said that the team they practiced versus an Overpass that was by far the best was Hellraisers. Mm-hmm. And from what we saw, even though Virtus.Pro decided to go 11 out of 15 rounds on their T side towards A, they still got pretty decent results, even though they didn't win on the map. They still ended up with 16-14 losses, so they were close. And I think that's a good sign, because Virtus.Pro probably just gotten better and figured out what's working and what's not up to this point. And the same thing goes for Hellraisers. And if Hellraisers are as good as people say they've been in practice, then that bodes well.
Yeah, definitely.
So I have for this one, and I think it's going to be close. I think making a prediction right here is a really good chance that you could be wrong with just a few rounds, but I'm going to make one anyway. So my prediction is that Hellraisers is going to win this whole best of 3. It's going to be 2-1, and it's going to be basically 16-14 on almost every map. That's my prediction.
Oh, okay. I mean, you've gone through the rest of the maps, right? We know what the remaining 2 maps are going to be.
I don't think we've announced it yet. We haven't made it public yet. So
yeah, let's go ahead and just say that. Exactly. The VP on Nuke and VP on Inferno. I mean, VP to have Inferno to close it out, pretty good. But Nuke, we know the VP have been working on it, but how solid are they going to be? We know that their CT side is really good, at least.
Yeah.
I mean, Ben, what do you think about their odds on the second map like that?
I'm always careful to predict whenever Hellraisers are playing, because Hellraisers could either be the team that, well, we rarely see them play Nuke, but when they do, it's hit or miss. Sometimes they're amazing at it, and they could close out teams on their CT side and get off to a hot start on T side. And I think it's not out of the question that Hellraisers might win Nuke something like 16-6 versus VP, just because that's kind of the thing Hellraisers does every now and again. As for the last map, Inferno, I think I have to give it to VP. As if it goes to a third map, I'd have to give it to VP. But Hellraisers are ridiculously strong on that map as well, if they want to be, I guess.
If they show up, that's always the scare, especially if you're ballsy enough to bet on a Hellraisers game. You always have to wonder: is it going to be the A that shows up or the F team?
Yep.
And a lot of people are going to be wondering that going into this match right now, because VP are definitely a team that just shows up consistently in every match they play.
I agree. I think that's a fairly accurate statement, and the fact that Hellraisers are boot camping goes into my prediction. If they weren't, I would actually probably sway my prediction to favor Virtus.Pro. But I think the communication and, as you were saying before we started here, Vendetta, Adrian's ping is obviously a big concern as well. He's usually, normally when they're not boot camping, playing from Kazakhstan with about 120, 140 ping, and as you can tell now, it's much better. And I think his PC is a lot better too, so there's a lot of things working for him in this game. Not that Adrian is the only factor that's going to make a difference here, and as you said, the difference between the A team and the F team for Hellraisers depends on a lot of things. Markolov being one of them, and I guess Doja too. It's just it's a team game at the end, right? It's a team game.
Oh, sure. But like certain guys well, they fill different roles right on the team, and Doja's role is crucial for Hellraisers. So if Doja is here tonight to play, it's going to be a really scary team that we're going to be looking at. Him and Adrian both are just ridiculous. Markov, apparently, we should be seeing the alt more often from him as well. We saw that in a tweet last night from him saying, we did well, but expect to see more opping from me in the future. So I got all giddy for a second and kind of clapped my hands together before I typed out something. But it's just like, if Markov is on and Doja and Adrian are playing well, they definitely have what it takes to take on a VP.
Yeah, I agree. And on this map, the last time I think we saw Hellraisers playing this map, because I think we have seen it once before. The one time with Yorb actually worked out really well was when Kucha was playing it, and that's no surprise. I would love to see Hellraisers going for Kucha opening on this map. Markov can do it too, fine, but I'd love for Kucha to hold down one part of the map. Anyway, we do have the knife round coming up, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. This is Room on Fire, and the Caseking of the Hill, cooled by Alpenföhn. We have Virtus.Pro and Hellraisers for our first best of 3, and then the winners are going to face up against NIP in another best of 3, and it's all tonight. We have a bunch of giveaways, and we'll remind you later, but for now, welcome to the show, and enjoy everything. The first map is going to be on Overpass, and we are just about ready. So, you guys, you haven't made a prediction yet. What do you think, Virtus.Pro or Hellraisers? Vendetta, you go first. How are you feeling it? Oh, did we lag out on Rumble?
No. It was just me who somehow managed to rip out the cord to my headset. So, like the cord always gets stuck under the chair somehow, under the wheel of the chair. I think there's a magnet inside of one of the wheel arches.
I feel you, bro. I have this problem as well. All right, so quickly, Vendetta, who do you think, VP or Hellraisers? Who's going to win the whole best of 3?
The whole best of 3. I'm actually gonna be 2-1 in favor of VP.
All right, Semler.
Yeah, I have to go with Ben on this one. VP are just too solid a team to discount. Hellraisers are too wishy-washy, so you got to go with the safe bet this time around. VP.
Fair enough. Well, starting off, it's going to be a rush to the B bomb site. Doja, the one defending, really good headshot to start off with, but Taz with immediate return and up on the high ground. Oh, look at this. Angel with 2 great shots from the sniper spot is going to drop the bomb and leave Virtus.Pro in a little bit of a pickle. Now, they are in the bomb site, but I'm not sure they can even really put the bomb down. They're hesitating, and Adrian is going to take down Neo, leaving just Snacks.
Snacks alone on this site with all 4 members closing in from Hellraisers. 1 on short, 1 in... And there's just not going to happen. Adrian shuts him down. So Virtus.Pro, they looked like they were off to a strong start until Doja decided to put one in the face, and then Hellraisers just playing that man advantage. Huge work put in by Adrian, and Angel both.
Adrian, we can swing that in there somehow, I'm sure. That was
the
a
double
really,
A.
Exactly. Avoid alliteration, right? It's the number 1 rule. Apart from that, it's a really good round, but Virtus.Pro, they try for that B bomb site rush, which I generally actually think is a pretty good idea, and I'm not sure if Doja doesn't get that opening frag, things can get a lot more tricky, I think, for Hellraisers, but this time it worked.
Well, Angel's 2 frags from higher there. There's also really huge, or more than anything else, the fact that he's able to stay alive. The fact that he gets kills in addition to that is just gravy at that point, because it's so hard for Virtus.Pro to actually get onto the site and plant the bomb safely, and when you have that guy hawking over you.
Look at the setup here on the A bomb site. Look at where Angel is standing right on the ladder. I think he's just basically ready to rotate to either B or A depending on what's needed. That's really interesting. And he has a grenade out as well. We can see that it's going to be an A push, and they even bought a scout here on Snacks, and they're going to do a lot of damage to Adrian. He's down to 9, so it's a pretty good start for Virtus.Pro. Now, can they actually get in here and get the bomb down? That would be the first victory for them, and Markolov is doing some more damage, and only pistol on 2 of the players from Hellraisers. That could really come back to haunt them right now. Markolov is going to pick up a kill here with 1, but inside, Adrian goes down, and now backup is called for really quickly.
Yeah, they have to rotate very quick, Hellraisers. They can't really allow there to be too much pressure, or rather time to set up, but it's just quick trades back and forth. Bialy lands yet another shot with that scout. He's done tremendous damage so far in this half. And now, Coacher is going to be the man alive on this A site.
Yeah, they're both inside the hut here. It's a 2-on-2. Now it's a 2-on-1, and Bialy goes down. So Hellraisers are going to adjust to the situation and do manage to bring the comeback into the round, making it 2-0. But a hugely expensive round. And for VP, I think that has to be considered a win. And Vendetta, I know you're wincing at the idea that they only had those 3 rifles. 2 of them were actually on pistols this round.
Yeah, I think that's... a bit of a too big risk to take, and I think with weapons they probably have no problem at all denying that bomb plant from VP, and that would make it the investment of a scout on snacks just not worth it at all for VP.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. I mean, even with the price reduction, it is a pretty big investment. But 3 kills like they got and a bomb plant means they have plenty of money for the next round, and they cost a lot of damage to Hellraiser's economy. As we can see on the scoreboard here, just 2 or 3 of their players are doing reasonably. The rest are on $0 or $150, which is nowhere near enough. We'll see.
Well, Kucher making really good use of the boost spot over sewer out front of Squeak Door. He just spotted 3 guys from VP there and gave all the information to his team, so Hellraisers were able to adjust. VP back off, and now they have to shape up for a bit of an A play here, which may have not been, the goal initially.
Yeah, and it's Markelov with the AWP, and he's got backup from Adrian up close, so this is a really cool setup, just making sure that if they try and go for Markelov, then there's going to be a rifle closer by to help out, and Markelov will pick up a quick double kill here. Looking for another one, but Adrian is going to pick up the kill. I'm not sure what Snags was doing. Was he actually trying to dance with Adrian?
I thought he was trying to get cover from those small not pillars, but those metal
whatever
poles.
They are.
Yeah, metal poles.
Can we
the
call
car
them
stoppers?
The dildos? I don't know, but that's not good.
The mini, well, I mean, the Japanese ones, I guess.
Oh, wow.
But, no.
Oh.
Shots fired.
But the things that destroy the bumper on your car because they're below your rear view mirror, so you always back those damn things, and it makes you very sad. So, still, solid hold from Hellraisers that round, actually. Markelov really just doing the work. So, in the end, I guess him holding on to that pistol or getting the pistol round kind of paid off, kind of worked out for Hellraisers. He's landing shots with the AWP, and that's what we wanted to see.
Yeah, but now Pasha's picked up an AWP on the other side, and Virtus.Pro have rifles for the first time in this half. See if they can figure something out now. They are initially grouping up towards the A-bomb side, which I don't really mind. I actually think getting picks on A is a lot easier than getting picks on B, so if they do that, I'm fairly happy, but if they keep going for it, well, I hope they've changed up what they had last time. Markelov will open up with the pick on Taz, and now Neo fighting is going to take down Angel, so it's a pretty quick trade. Bialy going to come up as well. Adrian catches Neo as he has a grenade out, but this is still looking great for Virtus.Pro right now.
Yeah, Virtus.Pro actually just trying to put as much pressure on this A side as possible. A little bit slow there on the rotation, allowing for a kill to come through, but they're able to stabilize, and now it's going to be Doja alone here for Hellraisers. His teammates getting picked off left and right, and 3 guys left alive here for Virtus.Pro. It does not make it a very good situation for him. He just needs to find a pick early, and spots out Bialy, gets 1 kill. Does he find the other 2 fast enough, though?
This is really tough, I think, yeah, and especially with Pasha just having the angle like that. But even without it, it's going to be really rough. And I think we had a Seuss celebration there with the taser that's been, if you have missed the update, then yes, the taser does fire confetti, and the bomb as well has some balloons. So thank you, Valve, for adding something to our, world of death and murder and everything else. That's good.
Variety is spice of life.
Yeah, exactly. It's what you need when you're in a war zone. It's just a little bit of confetti every once in a while. Just makes things a little bit easier for you. We're moving into the 5th round, and right now Hellraisers with a 2-round lead, but that round was really good from Virtus.Pro, and if they can keep stringing it together like that, I think they're going to be in an excellent situation. Neo catches out Markelov, who couldn't fall back in time, but he does get traded on. Taz goes down, but, trading generally favors the terrorist side, not just on this map, but on all maps.
Very true. We're seeing a lot of aggression out of Neo as well. Earlier rounds and this one as well, just really taking the fight, standing his ground, and getting those early frags. He's about to walk around long into somebody, though. Agent out the corner, but Neo reacts with a headshot. 2 kills in this round, and already VP, they've got the advantage, and they're just continuing to press.
Yeah, but Angel is actually in the middle. He's going to catch 1. He can get a 2nd kill here on Neo. Comes around the corner and will pick up a quick double. He's going to get taken down by Pasha. That could have been even better for Angel. Somehow, they'd managed to walk past him by the toilet area, because there is that weird double wall going on where he can be on either side, and that makes a big difference here. Doja is going to go down to Bialy, so the round will be in favor of Virtus.Pro. But this area right here, it's not the first time we've seen it, because you can actually walk on the inside and on the outside. Sometimes, if you're not careful, if you're not thorough enough in checking from either side, really, you can end up being infiltrated, and that's what almost worked out for Angel, but it wasn't enough, and now they are going to be ecoing.
Yeah, that simple timing coming back to bite you sometimes as well. That was a very crucial round for Hellraisers. They'd invested a lot of money in it, and we can see already the effect this is having. They're down to pistols this round, so VP have already succeeded in breaking Hellraisers' money early on, and that's a huge play here for the Poles.
Yeah, definitely a really good job. Look how aggressive Hellraisers are, though. And there's a C-set. Oh, my God. Angel will pick up a kill, and Markolov to an Angel almost gets a triple. Markolov has even stolen an AW out here by the playground, and Dosha will pick up another kill. So now it's Snags alone, 1-on-3 with the bomb lost. Grenade is going to land on Markolov, and Snags will pick up 2 kills in quick succession, leaving it to a 1-on-1. Adrian's so close. He's going to come in, and he goes down. Snags will get the triple, and I think that was actually more luck than it was anything else from Snag surviving that last situation, but it's an expensive round, and for Hellraiser's point of view, I guess they're actually still going to be a little bit sad they lost that. 3-on-1 could have worked out.
It should have worked out.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think when they get to the point where they're down Virtus.Pro to at least 2 players, and they still have the possibility to back off, and with weapons, do so. Because it's still going to be insanely hard for Virtus.Pro to take a site. Especially with, well, limited resources at that point. So I think Hellraisers were kind of feeling it, and they kind of went with it because things were going so well initially, but I think they would have been better off by just holding back off and playing to the advantageous positions, just holding off and waiting for VP to take a site.
Especially because I think you're even more right because Markolov had that AWP, right? And with the range that is going into that A-bomb site, he could have probably been a lot more safer, but roleplay by Snags. I mean, 1-on-3 still not bad. Saved his team there. Adrian's going to be walking around and actually does take down Snags, so maybe a customer. A second kill comes in from Adrian. He's still by this toilet, and they're right around the corner. He should get backstabbed. He turns around and nearly gets a 3rd kill. That is hugely important what Adrian just did. Now, we're in a 3-on-3 similar, and there's only about 40 seconds left.
There isn't a whole lot of time here for VP to act. They've already taken quite a bit of damage. It's going to be very difficult for them to get onto a site at this point, especially if they decide to go to the A site, because there's 2 guys holding solid here already. Seen how devastating the crossfire can be, having to root the defense out of this A bomb site. So VP, with 25 seconds left right out front of A, they have to go, and they have to be able to deal with this very quickly.
And the smokes actually do nothing to block off Kucha here, so they still have a great crossfire. Hellraisers, they should be able to do this. Oh, good return from Pasha, but the kill comes in from Kucha, and we're in a 1-on-1. 8 seconds left. Pasha will be able to get the bomb plant. Dosha can't really do anything about it. It is going to go down, and now the question is, I mean, Virtus.Pro, they're going to be ecoing if they lose this round. Same is true for Hellraisers, so a lot is riding on this one round for both players, and Dosha's creeping up. Pasha just needs one angle. Right now, he's in the wrong one, but he can still get it, and Dosha hasn't made any sound. Pasha actually has no idea. He's going to be walking out. He spots him. He misses the shot, and now Dosha's going to go for the one fake. Pasha gets spotted again. There's a little bit of time, but he doesn't have a kit. He's going to have to move quick here. Almost gets it. Dosha wasting time. He actually can't afford to, and there's a Molotov. Oh my god, Pasha. Absolute genius. That's going to win the round. What an incredibly sexy move. Virtus.Pro 4-3.
That's quick thinking right there.
I'm amazed. That is just so cool. And I just got kicked out. Did you guys get kicked out?
Yeah, I got kicked as well.